Hello everybody and welcome back to what is definitely pronounced air. We're going with it. And we need to probably chill for a little bit. Last episode did not go exactly according to plan. We didn't really lose much, but we also didn't really gain all that much. There's these guys over here though, they're a little on the weak side. And we may want to think about attacking them relatively soon. Like, we could try to subjugate them. That is super expensive in terms of prestige. We do need to work on our prestige, and we could do some raiding to that end. There is actually loot available over here. You know what? Let's do it. Let's raise some raiders. And I actually want to raise all his raiders. Excellent. We'll just group these up. And we're going to come in and raid this. We should have a numerical advantage on them. Excellent. We need to chill a little bit to be sure. But, oh yeah. Oh, actually, he just lost a little bit of land, didn't he? Oh no, he didn't. This guy is the one who would defend. That's okay. We do currently not have a Chancellor, and this guy's skill 8, but, what is he currently? He's our Marshal. He's skill 13 at that. This guy's actually the same skill, so we'll assign this guy to be our Chancellor, and then this guy to be our Marshal. Excellent. We are, of course, working on our control, as well as our culture. Now, this county is currently the correct culture. This one is as well. This one is not, nor is this one. And we should probably work on doing some conversions as well. So we're going to work on converting our capital. Excellent. And eventually we're going to work on our development. But development is ignored as a tribal government. It will be important to have a lot of development before we become feudal. But I don't believe that this will be our final capital. Although this is a better capital than our original capital. The reason why I don't believe this will be our final capital is these duchies suck. Like, they are just awful in terms of their number of holdings. So we need to find ourselves some better duchies. Actually, this one's a better duchy. I'm not going to say it's a great one. It's only got 3 holdings, or rather 3 counties. I'm preferring duchies with 4 counties. Like this one. Wandala might not be a terrible idea. This is... What is this location here? Yeah, that might not be the worst. That's Drylands, which is not ideal. That's just straight up hills, though. 10%, okay. And Drylands. Yeah, we'll have to look around and see what our final capital will be. I don't believe this will be our final capital, so I'm not currently worried about pushing development in it. Okay. We got our loot. Do we want to grab any other loot? Ooh, we could grab this. We're going to. Do we want to get greedy? Okay, they just raised up troops. This feels like it's a little greedy. This is definitely greedy. Let's get out of here. Let's get home. Do we get out? I'm not sure we do. That attrition tick hurt us quite a lot. Well, maybe we win this, but I doubt it, honestly. They have a unit of pikemen and a unit of camel riders, whereas we just have a bunch of camel riders, and I've been thinking about swapping out a unit of one of them for a unit of pikemen. That is definitely something I was thinking about, but I got greedy here. There's no doubt about that. Let's get out of here. That was not worth. I didn't think they'd actually raise up troops, and I didn't think that attrition tick... I should have looked at the skull there. I knew that there was a skull tick there. I didn't think it would be quite that impactful. But that's okay. I'd like to disband our army. And I think I am actually going to disband this unit of camels. And we are going to create a unit of pikemen once we have the prestige. We're going to have to just chill, though. I really, really think we need to chill for a little bit. We've been getting greedy. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, these were recently raided. Actually, this one is an option. We'll have to let our troops regen a bit, though. So that's okay. Man, this was a mistake. This was definitely a mistake. There's no doubt about that. That's okay. We could double the guards, but that's cash. We'll pray for the victim. Okay. So, our heir is now unmarried, and we'll just do that. Okay. So we're gaining a small amount of prestige right now. I do want to raid these guys, but we're definitely going to wait until our soldiers do some regenerating. Our control is currently coming up in our capital, so that is great. It's not super high yet, so we need to work on that for sure. And our development is increasing, I believe. Yeah, very slowly. We're definitely going to want to grab Firm Hand, monthly prestige per dread. We need to be working on our prestige gains right now. There's no doubt about that. And we're also looking pretty weak. We need to let our levies regenerate. So that's something that we need to do, for sure. So for now, we're just going to chill a little bit. And this is no longer showing up as low control. That's odd. Because it's definitely low control. There's no doubt about that. How's our control looking up here? We're at 100 for both of those. That is great. And of course, we're working on spreading our culture over here. Very, very slow progress right now. Let's just position over here. And these guys, yeah, they have very low in terms of troops. I think we can definitely get away with this, but I'm not going to greed this. What? That's 54 troops. Oh, okay. There's guys behind it over here. They raised over at this rally point. Rude! That's okay. We'll group them up. And we're going to get ready to raid. We should be able to fight these guys without problems. So let's group this up. And we're going to go get ourselves some golden prestige. Excellent. Yeah, he put his troops down. He doesn't want anything to do with resisting this. We can designate a guardian for our heir. Now, I do actually want to make sure... this is our heir is of age. Never mind. What is our succession, though? We should look into that. Confederate partition. Yikes. Okay. That is a yikes. That is a big ol' yikes. Noted. Can we do anything about that currently? What are our options? Yeah, we would need to have a clan government. We would need the primogeniture innovation and high crown authority. Indeed. Heraldry innovation. Yeah, this isn't very helpful. This is basically what we had with the Prussians. That's okay. But, we got to get into that sweet, sweet high partition for hereditary rule. That's regular partition. High medieval for high partition. It's rough. Okay, we're not going to get greedy. We're heading home. We're going to take our 15 gold, our 15 prestige, and call it good. Murders at court have escalated. Make sure everyone's accounted for at all times. Okay, there's our golden prestige. Any more loot around that we can actually take? We'll confront him and see what happens. Yeah, not really other gold around. Okay, we'll punish this person for their crimes. Wonderful. We're not currently endorsed by our court priest. That's, I guess, okay. So the question is, do we want to create our duchy? And the answer, I think, is yes. Well, is it? Is our answer yes? We're 76, and we're on Confederate partition. These would be split up amongst different heirs. Or more specifically, we already made this duchy. Wait, so how's this going to work? We'll lose 3 titles on succession. The Emirate of Air, the Sheikdom of Air, and the Sheikdom of Gobir. Is what we're going to keep. And then what we're going to lose is the Duchy of Gobir, which is not created, the Sheikdom of Tahua, and the Sheikdom of Takeda. That's certainly awkward. Okay, noted. I think we should create this duchy and see what that does. We'll have enough next time we get paid. Which we do right now. This will also give us 300 prestige, which is a big deal. Okay. So we've got 300 prestige here. Excellent. I'm going to spend some of that on pikemen. There we go. Now the rest of it, I would like to spend on subjugating this guy. Would be ideal. That costs 500. We could just simply conquer the county for 75. And give it to someone else. Like perhaps one of our children. Does Confederate partition only give to unlanded children? Your titles will be divided equally, blah, 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 blah. Given titles starting with those of the same rank as the primary title. If none are available, they will be given lower ranking titles. Your player heir cannot be preemptively granted titles they do not stand to inherit. Younger children will have titles created for them if enough land is held. Tribal rulers are locked to the succession type, yeah. So, interesting. Very interesting. Nevertheless, I think we do this. Let's see. We cannot afford the cost of... No, we want to do this one. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and raise all armies. We'll just do them here. This is fine. Okay. In we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's not going to like this. He's thinking about attacking us up here. Does he get there in time? He probably does, doesn't he? That's okay. That's only the 80. We're going to come up. We'll sacrifice them. They're just levies. I don't care about that battle. It was mostly me being impatient, but it's all good. Okay, we'll grab that. I think we're better off giving this to someone other than our child. So that we have a vassal under us. Of course, we can only have count-level vassals under us right now. We need to look at the kingdom title here. So Houseland is probably going to be the first kingdom title that we go for. That's okay. That's reasonable, getting that, honestly. And sieging this fort looks like it will take probably a while. This is a reasonably high-level fort. Noted. Let's look at the holding here. Fort level 2 because of county capital and tribal hold. Okay. That's fine. So we should gain a decent chunk of prestige from completing this war, right? We'll gain 75 prestige. That's not exactly amazing. Noted. I'm watching these raiders. They appear to be okay. I'm not too concerned. Chafing control currently. And fervor because we haven't converted this. Yeah, our court chaplain is really bad at his job, isn't he? Yeah, he's skill 7. This guy would actually be skill 12, but he's currently our marshal. And I think we're better off having him in that role right now. An enemy ally has joined the war. And that is unfortunate. They did not have an ally before this war was declared. That said, we're still going to win this battle. It looks like. Yeah, they're just walking off. We may just end this war with this siege, and that would be perfect if that's what happened. Anything? Yeah, they're heading southward. It's over. Perfect. And I did not mean to pause the game there. Okay. So we're going to put this down. We're now at 5 of 4, and I think we give this out to someone who is not our child. Although I do want to look at our succession first. So currently, this child would get Tahua, the Emirate of Gobir, Sheikdom of Takeda, and Sheikdom of Kebi. Okay. Now, we should probably go ahead and make this emirate our primary title. For right now. Okay. So, how did that change this? This guy is now going to be getting the Emirate of Air, which includes the Sheikdom of Takeda and the Sheikdom of Air. Fine. And then this guy gets the Sheikdom of Tahua. And we keep Emirate of Gobir, Sheikdom of Gobir, and Sheikdom of Kebi. Now, if we grant this preemptively to, say, this guy, who is our son, he'll probably still stand to inherit. So I think we're better off in terms of post-Confederate partition to grant this to someone like our marshal. Like that. Excellent. Now, I do want to go ahead and rename our primary title here, which is the Emirate of Gobir, to the Emirate of Air. Now, that already exists. So let's make this... Wait, we hold this title, right? Yeah, the Emirate of Air here. Let's rename this one to not Air, with the adjective being not Aryan. Perfect. Excellent. We're just pretending here. And then this one would be Air. And I don't like calling it Aryan. I don't think that that is particularly good. So I'm going to go with Aryan. Perfectly. Perfect. Well, you know, my life for ire. Excellent. Okay, so we're at 152 prestige. Our gold isn't particularly great. We could think about doing some construction. We need gold for that. I would love to build some markets. We would absolutely have to raid to make that happen. Neighboring areas do not currently have any loot. Oh, there is some over here. Could we get away with... Oh, we could get away with attacking this guy. So let's go ahead and raise up our raiders here. And we'll group up. And we're going to go raid this guy a little bit. Get ourselves some gold and prestige. Perfect. Now, of course, we are on Majesty focus. This guy's pretty old, though. And his education is probably garbage, isn't it? Yeah, he's an elusive shadow. Our son is an indulgent wastrel, which is not particularly helpful. His primary heir, though, we can have him change over to be a diplomacy education. And that's what we're going to do. We still want that Majesty focus for now. Once we switch over to feudalism, then we want to work on wealth focus. Do we get greedy here? No, we don't. We are homeward bound. Yeah, there's just not much loot around currently. We could go for Kano. Right now is not the time to do that. That's a potentially risky battle. We're going to put these guys down, and we are going to allow ourselves to go back up a little bit in terms of our soldiers. We just finished a promote culture task over here. That's fantastic. So this culture over here is still incorrect. We should probably work on promoting it in Tahua. Wonderful. Man, our court chaplain is bad at his job. At any point, or rather at any rate, we are working on our control in our capital, and that is working very, very well. We're up to 65 control. We're making a lot more money now, and our prestige is going fairly well as well. We could think about bumping up our number of men-at-arms. I'm going to hold off on doing that for the time being, I think. How much does this cost? 170? Yeah, I think our prestige is better used on other things. So this guy has 721 troops. We currently have access to 1364. Once we're fully reinforced, anyway. We can declare wars. We have few champions right now. 7 gold. I'll do it. We're a little short on champions, but that's okay. This guy has 720, and he has some pikemen and camel riders. That's fine. He does have allies, and his allies are fairly strong, so we can't directly fight him. If we wanted to directly fight someone, it would probably be this guy, although he also has reasonable allies. Maybe this guy. He's currently defending against Kano. He has 541 troops to Kano's 705. If Kano brought in his allies, he wins this. However, what happens if we sweep in here and grab it first? I do not want Kano to get another county here. That is the last thing I want. So we're going to raise up our armies right here. We'll group them right on up, and in we go. He can fight Kano all he wants. We're just going to siege this. These guys, they're currently hostile to us, but they're not enemies. And they're going to come up here and fight these guys first. Oof, we're not good at sieging this fort. We don't happen to have any men-at-arms that we can get siege weapons for, do we? No, we don't. And that is not something that we get for a little bit here. Now, we're not the culture head, so we don't have control over what we're researching here, but it's currently mottes and quilted armor, which is okay. Hi, filters. Did not mean to bring you up. So they're going to do a fight here, and they're going to lose some troops while doing that. Now, they have more numbers than we do. I was hoping that we'd have this sieged faster than this. This is not going quickly. So I bet they're coming down to attack us right now. They are, kind of. Yeah, they definitely are. But the chances are currently even. We have more men-at-arms counters. Okay. Well, let's take a quick look here at our commander. He's skill 26. Do we have anyone better? No, we don't. Okay. We're higher quality. And we have more men-at-arms counters. They have more soldiers. However, they're not going to come in all at once. Oh yeah, these guys get countered super hard, actually, by our camels. And these guys are running basically the same composition as we are, but we have more camels than they do. Skill 26 and skill 9, arriving in 3 days and 2 days. So they're only 1 day apart. This is risky, but if we win this battle, this is a huge deal. If we lose this battle, the war ends inconclusively. Like, this is actually not a problem. Oof. Okay, well, this isn't going to go well. It was a risk. It was certainly a risk. Fine. We bled them. And we'll just go ahead and retreat. Where are we retreating to? All the way up there. Okay. These guys, however, can't actually siege. We have a diplomacy perk available. And monthly prestige per night? Yes, please. We're going to grab Praetorian Guard. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. In next episode, I still think this is winnable. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.